Yeah, hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So in this session we have to create the load balancer. So let me go to the Azure portal and let me create one of the load balancer here. And we have to select the required resource group. The last time I created RGALB resource groups, we have to select the same one. And here we have to take an example, the Azure load balancer name like AGLB, like AG stand for Azure and LB stand for the load balancer. And here the type would we can select the public one, okay, and the region also can take the default one. So here it would be the public interface, public facing the Azure load balancer you have selected. If you want to take the global type, you can do that. Otherwise, you can take the default one as it is. Okay, and after that, you have to select the front end IP configuration. In the front end IP application IP configuration, it will be give you the it will you have to create the public IP for the front end IP configuration, so that this IP would be public facing in IP. Okay, so whenever the request would be comes from the user, and this IP would be the request will be goes through this IP. Okay, it will be the public facing internet IP for the Azure load balancer. Here you can just need to enter the name, like what is the name you want to define for the front end IP. Okay, so let me give the name like ALBIP. Okay, we just need to click on add. I think we have to select something. Just 1 second. Yeah, we have to. No, it is not required. Okay, it is not required to select. We have to select the create new one. Okay, because that is not required to select any existing one. We have to create. We have to take the public IP that would be new. Okay, so don't take the public IP from any VM. Okay, so you have to select the new different public IP. Okay, and that is not associated with any VM. It is completely new, and it will be only we have to use for this load balancer. Let me click on add. So we just took one of the IP from the front end IP configurations. Okay, that would be public interface IP, and second the backend pools that we have to add the later. I think we just need to take the front end IP and sec other thing we can keep as it is. Don't need to add anything. Just need to create it, and after that we have to create the inbound or outbound rules after once created the load balancer. Okay. So inbound rule is nothing like it would be this rule balancer, it would be send like the traffic to your selected IP address. Okay, using the port number, so that whatever the like the instances, the applications you have added on the backend pools, the request would be goes to the backend pools. Okay, so first of all the request would be hit your load balancer IP, then it will be distributed your backend pool like the instance, or you can say the applications. So now I just submitted the deployment to create the load balancer. So it is almost completed. So this time we have to create the backend pool. Okay, so let me, you can see front end IP it is already created while created the Azure load balancer. We have already defined to create one of the public IP for the Azure load balancer, that is already created. Now we have to create the backend pools. Let me click on add, and we have earlier we have created two VM in which we have set up two Apache web server. Okay, so let me give an example like the pool one. Here we have to, if you remember the IP, you can define the IP. Otherwise, you can just click. Sorry, you have to click on IP address, and you have to select it. The this VM IP address would become automatic. Huh? So once you select it, it will come automatic. You just need to select it the VM. Okay, as you have two VMs, so it is showing, it is auto populated. So you just need to like the up and down, you can see the IP address and the resource name, like you have the VM1 and VM2. It is selected now. So our backend pools has been completed. On the backend pools we have added two VMs in which we have added, or we have set up our Apache web server. Okay, so whenever the request would be goes to the public interface like the IP of the Azure Load Balancer, the traffic would be distributed into the backend pools. Like in the backend pools, we have already added our two VMs. Okay, so request would be goes to the our VMs. So now we have to create the health probe. Okay, so it will detect your health of your like the applications. So you have to select the name like the Apache web server application name, and the protocol would be HTTP, and it will listen through the 80 port number, and then you have to click on save. So it will continuously, you can say periodically, it will try to check the health of the web server using this port number. Suppose you have the multiple instances in the backend. So if you find any kind of if any network outage or any kind of issue, if any one of the web server, then the request will be it will be sent through to the different web server. Okay, so your end user at any cost it will get the result. So health proof has been created. Now the time we have to create the load balancing rule. So just let me click on add. So all the steps are completed. We just need to create the rule. So according to the rule, our traffic would be it will be sent through to, sent to our backend pools. So let me give an example like the ALB hyphen rule. Okay, and you have to select it the front end IP. Then you have to select the backend pool. We have only one pool, so I selected that pool. So pool may be multiple, but according to our demo, we have the one single pool. So I selected the pool. Okay, and whatever the pool you want to use for this load balancer, you can select that. But one pool can connect with only one load balancer. So now you have to select the TCP and the port number is the 80. 80 means whatever the like the application is listening your port number, you have to define that port number. As our Apache server is running on the 80, so I selected the 80 port number. Okay, the port number 80, that is for our load balancer, and second backend part 80, that is for our backend pool. Okay, because also like whenever the user will be try to access the user load balancer to get your like the Apache web server, they also use the like the 80. Even our backend pools, like whatever the application we have deployed, that is also listening through the 80, right? So it is configured now. If I took the IP from the this public IP of the our load balancer, I'll get the Apache web page. Here you can see it is this request is goes to the my host 2. Okay, if I copy this, let me try to open multiple times. Yeah, still it is pointing to the host 2. Let me try to open the incognito mode. You can see the private mode. Let me try to open it. Yeah, at this time you can see the other request goes to the host 1, because simultaneously it will check and it will send the request to your backend pools. Okay, like whatever the pool, whatever the backend pool host is free, or it's working, then it will send the request to them. Okay, if there is a multiple host is in the backend pool, if find any difficulties or any problem with any of the host, then the request will be redirect to the different host. Okay, so it is the graphical, you can see it is the inside of the Azure load balancer. So the request is goes to the sometime review VM1 or VM2. Okay, according to our health probe, so that will detect and it will send the request to the backend pools. So it is a very simple demo. I just give you. Okay, so if you have any other challenges you face, you can just let me know. And also you can see the insight of the this Azure load balancer, like how it is configured. You will get the overview from the insights. I just give you this overview about it. So thank you guys. I just it is very simple and very straightforward. I just show you how to set up it. It is very simple and very straightforward steps. You can follow it. If there's any challenges, please let us know. Please comment on my I like the YouTube, then I will update you accordingly. Okay, in case if you have any challenges, we can also connect through the our Webex. Okay, I can help you out. So thank you guys. So I will connect in the next session. Thank you guys. Till the time, bye bye and good night.